Hey, what's up? Do you feel fucking weird when you approach women? Do you feel like it's like an abnormal thing to do? Do you feel like it's, I don't know, like you're trying to be sneaky about it because you know on the inside you suck? And then when you walk up to women, you're just like, wow, I fucking suck. I'm attracted to her, but on the inside I think I suck. Well, do you think maybe that's a problem? If you actually, want these women to feel good about dating you? I think so. I used to feel like I sucked. I used to feel really weird about approaching women because on the inside I knew that they were gonna date somebody who wasn't a fucking man. And I think that the way that I got over that was just by putting myself in more situations with women. And it didn't really take that long, actually. It happened when I was in college. I pretty much decided that I had had social anxiety, and I was like, damn, what do I do about this? So I naturally, as a 21-year-old or 22-year-old, went to the internet and typed in how to overcome social anxiety. And I came across some videos of, people approaching women and going, hey, I just thought you were attractive, what's up? And then sometimes the women would stay and converse with them, and other times they would just be like, oh, thanks, and then walk away or something. And I was like, damn, this looks scary. I should probably do it. So I started doing it. I started going and actually approaching women. I would set goals for myself, yo, give 3 compliments a day, or start 3 interactions a day. Go out on my college campus and just ask where the bathroom is, or ask where that one building is, or ask for directions, or ask a question, or just give a compliment, or just be really authentic and be like, yo, I'm trying to improve my confidence, I just thought you looked attractive. I like to throw myself out of my comfort zone and start conversations with strangers. I started doing that over and over and over again, and I was able to hold myself accountable for doing that up until a certain point, but I'll get to that later. At first, I viewed every social interaction as an opportunity for growth. A place or a thing that was happening that was making me grow. Because the fact is, when you put yourself in social situations, you actually end up getting more confident in those situations, just like with anything. How do you learn how to do anything? How do you get more confident with anything? You actually do it. So a little while after that, after just approaching woman after woman after woman and making conversation with, the skills that I had learned up until that point, just asking where they're from, what they're studying at school, getting a few dates here and there, I came across, pickup theory and everything, started to use some of the techniques. A lot of the stuff actually helped me, the more authentic type of stuff. Some stuff I had to leave behind because I thought that learning these lines and these techniques, some of them just didn't really work for me. I felt inauthentic using them. They might work a little bit. They might cause some attraction and they give you something to work with women, but at the end of the day, you kind of feel like a piece of shit because you're still doing the same thing that you were doing before. You're walking up to women and you never actually fixed what's inside of you. You never actually became a better man. What you did was you took all of these lines and all these techniques and put them on top of that scared little child inside of you that still exists, that's still afraid to be yourself in front of women, that's still afraid to just stand there, be like, yo, what's up? And just be vulnerable and say yo, I like you. You're still, I felt like I was afraid to do that. I still felt like there were certain parts of me that I wasn't comfortable exposing to people, parts of my personality. So, yeah, after a while, I started to get results, and still that sneaky feeling was there. And the fact is, as long as that sneaky feeling is there, where you feel weird about approaching women, you're not going to be able to develop good connections with women or getting good relationships with women, because women are pretty socially intuitive. They are emotionally intuitive. They can sense when you're being real with them or not. And some women will let you get away with being a little bit inauthentic. Others won't. And those are usually the kinds of women that you really, really want to date. So what you have to do is you have to start putting yourself in social situations with women. You have to start learning to communicate your thoughts and your intentions to them in a smooth way in order to actually overcome this fear of doing that. I give guys advice on talking to women, and I actually have a program, and a lot of guys get success in this program. Me and my business partner Tim help guys become like normal about talking to women. We help them get rid of all the weird limiting beliefs that are keeping them from going and talking to that woman, whether they feel weird about it or whether they just feel lazy about it. They don't have anybody helping them, holding them accountable. What we do is we give them a place where it does feel normal, and the only way is up, because you're surrounded by people who are doing the same thing and who have the same goals. So I said at the beginning of the video, I'd talk more later about how holding myself accountable worked at the beginning. Eventually, that didn't really work, especially in this last year or a year and a half. I started to feel like I was hitting sticking points, so I got mentors. After that, after my mentorships, then I started to fall back into a place where I wasn't progressing. I wasn't growing anymore. I was just sitting at home a lot and not growing and not being around people who were growing. I was just, being by myself or being with other people who wanted to just kind of chill, which nothing wrong with wanting to chill, but if inside you're not satisfied with your life, what are you supposed to do? Well, if you actually want to be happy, you should go and take action. You should actually go and be around people who are doing what you want to do. Surround yourself with those people. That's what I had to do eventually. Because doing this shit alone, it's actually pretty difficult. You might be able to do it, and you're free to try. But there's just something about being challenged and getting feedback from somebody, honest feedback. Because for a lot of people, it's hard to be really honest with yourself, especially since you can't really look at yourself objectively. Really what I want to talk about in this video is I just wanted to tell my story, and I wanted to tell you how I got better at talking to women, and how I created this lifestyle where I'm constantly growing and I'm constantly getting better and I'm constantly learning new things about relationships between men and women, and I'm constantly learning how to handle social situations. The fact is, you've got to put yourself in them, and you need accountability. Yeah.